You want to get saved? Nobody can save you. I'm going to go back down to 35. What do you think? Him and Devin Haney would be interesting.
He would sleep Devin Haney. If you ask me, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He would be interesting in boxing too.
Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker, the broken jaw. What type of squeeze?
Bro, he just came out and made it look easy. And he did that. He violated him. He broke his jaw with a squeeze.
Like, that makes me, I'm retired. I'm about to be done after that, bro.
It was like pop.
Yeah. My man
It
was like,
wasn't
nah.
it wasn't like hold.
But that's why
it was and Rob was like, yo, get off me.
Only legacy remains. Remember the name, Aljamain Sterling. It ain't motherfuckers.
All right, what's up, guys? Hear ye. Welcome to the Weekly Scraps. We are going to explain to you guys how we've got these scars. Well, just me. Happy Halloween, my people. Wait, I have a serious
We should have
question.
got the laughs out of the way before before we went on air.
Wait, do you celebrate Halloween? Like back home? Well, not back home.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was curious because I know it's more of like a New York thing, so I wasn't sure if it was like something.
No, but the whole world is trying to pick up on it, though.
the whole world is really trying to do it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't celebrate.
You don't celebrate?
I don't celebrate.
Okay. No, I was just curious if that's something that you guys just do.
It's
Or
satanic.
It's satanic, yeah.
It's satanic. I don't-
What do you think about that now? Oh my god. Come on now, do it.
It's thick.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, I'm crying. Woo. All right. Yo, let's jump right into this joint because, these fights were fire. In the words of 40, fire.
They were thick.
They were thick, right?
Bro, there was not
Massive.
one fight, or there was never a moment in the card where like you could really even get up to take a piss.
No piss break fights, right?
Yeah, the whole shit was just sick from top to bottom.
No girl fights?
No good. It's kind of crazy because when I say that, I say cheek and tongue because a lot of people have been saying that about my fights. Well, my last fight at least. But it's kind of jokes. I'm like, damn, I be listening. I got my ears to the streets.
We're gonna actually, we'll get into that later because that's like about Topuria.
Yeah.
But it's just
Well, we're gonna
we
start
just
with that.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna start with Topuria?
Ilia and Max, the recap. These notes are all from Jake Fine. So if you guys hate any of these, blame Jake Fine.
Blame him.
But I thought it was a great fight. It was a lot of tit for tat. I thought it was 1-1 going into the third, and then I rewatched it last night trying to do some breakdowns, watching like the way Ilia is moving and how he's coming out with the whoo, wow. And I thought it was 2-0 going into the third, just on volume. That was my opinion, my take on it. But I don't know. I don't know what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, in the moment, honestly, I thought it was 1-1 at best. But like you said, you watched it back, you really looked at it. I thought it was 2-0 personally going into the third for Ilia.
Yeah?
I
Damn.
thought so, yeah. And then I thought he was going to knock him out in the second. That was like my original thought.
So he messed up your parlay?
I didn't place the bet before. I stopped betting. Ever since DraftKings blocked my account, I knew something was up.
I don't know. And when I just watched it, I had a 1-1. I had a 1-1 going into the third. So they were so high level.
It really was.
That's what I meant. Like they shared that tweet actually, when I said they both make each other look vulnerable, because when it's such a high level fight, it's one of those things. Both guys are landing, both guys are finessing each other, and both guys are doing things that's catching the other.
Yeah.
But they're, like you said, tit for tat. They're both doing it. So that's what I meant by that. And bro, that was just so high level, and that was such a crazy KO. And to see Max go down like that,
I didn't think I could ever see that. Right? I mean, I know everyone can be knocked out, but
if I say this like this, it's gonna sound like I'm taking away from Topuria's victory, which I'm not. But Max is 50,000 strikes to the head later. This is not the same Max Holloway that was like literally hovering in his fights, like against Ortega and Qatar. Like, I still feel like today's Max is a little bit different than those before, which is kind of why he got on his bike nowadays. But with that being said, I don't want to take away from Topuria's victory because he is who he is. He's really him right now.
Yeah.
He's really him, and it's very hard to see who's going to beat him except... Well, so that's what I want to get into. That tweet that surfaced.
Yeah.
What was the caption?
The man for the job.
The man for the job, and they put up Aljo, and people had mixed opinions. Some say he's boring, some say he's this, that. With that being said, not to make this about you from all of a sudden, but that would be a style that Topuria needs to get neutralized because I'm sure you wouldn't stand in the podcast.
I ain't standing with that. Yo, I would never stand and trade with that guy. I saw comments from the reaction. They were like, you should change weight classes. I thought that was so funny because I was talking to Rebecca. I made a joke, and I was like, yeah, babe, I'm going to go back down to 35. What do you think? I'll just wait and clear out the division from Maraba.
So none of this?
I was like, nah.
Nah, none of that, right?
I'll point to the ground, but I'll do my running man dance instead. But nah, if I were to fight him, you know, God willing, inshallah, I beat Movsar, and I do get the crack. I do think I have a great style to neutralize his offense. Because, bro, most of these guys are striking with him. I ain't doing that, bro. I ain't doing that. We sitting there looking for our takedown, and then we're going to have to make it a grappling match. I mean, I'm trying to get the dub. I'm not trying to get my head and my brain sent to the next dimension again. I'm good on that. But I think it's cool that people were even mentioning that. I didn't even see that tweet yet. So hopefully Jake can actually find that. But I think that would be a crazy match for multiple reasons. Mm-hmm. One, obviously, because Marab and I are boys. Marab is also boys with Ilia, so I don't know what that turns into, right? But I'm not even trying to put that negative energy in the air. I don't know. I just don't know. But thankfully, I don't have to worry about that anytime soon. I got one other tough opponent in front of me, and then we kind of go from there.
You say anytime soon, but here's what I'm thinking: the winner of you and Movsar gets fights Ilia after he handles business with whoever's next.
Yeah,
over there.
I agree.
In Spain or whatever they have planned, and both you and Movsar styles can neutralize Topuria's style.
Yeah, because neither one of us sit in the pocket to trade punches. We're both moving a lot, and that's why that matchup is interesting for me because I don't really know how that one's going to go between Movsar or not. I think if I can get him down to the ground, when I get him down to the ground, I think he's going to have a tough time compared to when he takes me down, or if he even does. I think my defense from the grappling positions will be a lot stronger than his. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but based on what I see and what I've been able to do in a lot of my fights compared to his, I just think the skill set's a little bit different. I don't know.
How's it feel to take this guy's all?
Oh, it's going to be great, bro. It's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to that fight like crazy. As a fighter, as a fighter that appreciates every single aspect of everything in this game, I can't wait to see those scrambles.
It's gonna be a high level match, man.
And then the pace and the stand up too.
Yeah,
where I believe you have the advantage. That's gonna be a sick fight also. High level.
It's like 6 weeks, man. It's like 6 weeks away. Less than 6 weeks. Crazy. Right around the corner. Coming back. But just to go back to Ilia, I don't know who's next for him at this point. I made a tweet jokingly, cheek and tongue, saying the biggest money fight, which I still agree with that, would be Conor McGregor. Obviously not at 45. Ain't no way he's coming down to 45 again. Guy's a tank.
Yeah, for sure.
But skill-wise, that would be a fun, striking matchup to watch.
No, it wouldn't.
You don't think so?
Bro, Conor McGregor is just not the same anymore, bro. Like, at all. At all.
But you don't think it would be a good fight?
Bro, okay, it'll be a good fight for a minute and 25 seconds.
And then Ilia starches him, you think?
That's what I'm trying to hear. What you thinking? What you thinking?
I don't know, bro. It's just this Conor is just not. It's just a different human being. This is a different person.
Wait, let's break it down. So now Ilia loves his right hand. He loves the liver shot.
And left hooks.
And left hooks. Conor's a southpaw, which takes a lot of that away.
Bro,
and you're a southpaw.
But this is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying.
What you saying, cuzzy?
But this is what I'm saying, bro.
Tell him what you saying, cuzzy.
Just give me a second. Bro, if this was Conor of prime Conor or 55 Conor or even the 45 counter. Okay, let's forget about the 45 counter. That's a decade removed from 45 counter.
Yeah.
Let's say even lightweight counter, or even 170 counter that beat Cerrone. This is like 100 kilos of coke prior to that we're talking about. Like, this is the counter that we're going to get today that steps in the cage with Topuria is probably going to do something cool. He's probably going to come out, guns blazing and stuff, but I just don't think I don't know, bro. Listen, I hope he proves me wrong. He proves me wrong because before this fight, about the Chimaev fight, not to get into that just yet, but I said this is Chimaev's toughest test. I'm nervous for this one. Chimaev comes out and steamrolls him. So if Conor comes out and steamrolls Topuria and cracks him with a left hand, because Topuria gets hit. He got touched up by Holloway last night.
Man can take that left hand. Man can take that left hand.
This isn't the same Conor, bro. It's just not the same Conor. You guys know that too.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I just think in terms of name value, striking, matchup, knockouts that people want to see, I think it sells.
Yeah,
I think it sells pretty
I
easily.
completely agree. Conor's kind of floating with the idea too, because I saw a tweet also. It said like every BMF champ, they lost their fight after.
Yeah.
And then Conor replied, like retweeted, and he puts wild.
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of hinting, and they've been going back and forth a lot.
My guys, but he's been hinting at everything in the world.
That's true.
For the last 5 years, bro, he hasn't fought, bro. Until we see him in the cage, I don't think anybody wants to believe, of any of these matchups. First it's Hooker, then it's Chandler for 2 years, and then Chandler fucks off. It's crazy, bro. Let's get some stability in his in a camp, in a fight, and then let's watch it. Even if that's next, let's get the date. Let's get that locked in. Let's see him put in a camp, injury-free, coke-free, and then let's do the dance.
Hey, you might be asking for too much now.
There you go. Bro, because
Let the man do his cocaine.
Bro, even before the Chandler fight, like 3 weeks before, remember the videos that went viral of him dancing and hooking up with D and this and that?
What was it?
Which is fine. It's fine, but
Sure,
I'm just saying.
How you do the move? How you do it?
I don't know. He was just doing some shit like this. The Conor McGregor dance.
Chandler working out Conor McGregor.
Oh, that video was hilarious. I laughed it down. That was sick. All systems go, and he captured all systems go. It's Chandler working out, slamming the medicine ball.
Yeah.
And then he's just chilling like this. He got a joint in his mouth. He got his shades like this. He's at a house music concert.
Conor is one of a kind. That man's a unicorn, bro. Yeah. I don't know if we ever have. I just really want to hear the trash talk between the two and see what would be said on both ends. You want to bounce your head off the canvas. No man can take that left hand.
You little Spaniard over team. You little shite over team.
You little twerp.
You little twerp.
That would be great. But yeah, I think you might be right. But then what do you do with Ilia? Who would be next? I mean, you got Volkanovski promised. But I tell you what, when Volk had the cameras on him, it ain't look like he was like, oh yeah, I can't wait. It looked like some concern there. Like, yeah, do I really want to do that again? I don't know.
It depends.
Diego Lopez too.
Yeah, but so this is what I was gonna say. If we're doing the traditional MMA route where the champion defends against all the best guys that are in front of him, then we do the Lopez, then we do the Volkanovski rematches. We see how you and Movsar play out. We see that matchup. If Ilia is already ready, which he is, star power wise, he's really one 100%. Of the biggest stars, and he's really that big now. If he's already taking off and he's gonna go the celebrity route where it's like he's beyond just MMA, he's bigger than that now, and he's doing the biggest possible matchups, then honestly, I don't even know if I don't know if he's gonna have the same road as Conor, where he takes off from 45 and just never comes back again. But if he takes off, then he's gonna go down that road, and then when he does fight McGregor, he's gonna be so big he won't even need to come down and defend his belt at 45 anymore. Yeah. Then it's gonna be 55, 70 boxing and all kinds of other stuff. Because tell me, you guys wouldn't like to see him in boxing too.
I could definitely.
I would love to. He's actually a boxer. Yeah. He's actually he trains traditional boxing style sparring, pad work, and all that stuff. And he literally looks sharper than a lot of guys in boxing.
Him and Devin Haney would be interesting.
He would sleep Devin Haney. If you ask me, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He would be interesting in boxing too.
Ryan Garcia.
Back to what I'm saying is, if he takes off and he's gone from that, he's gone from just the traditional champion, MMA champion, defends all his belts, then there's a lot you can do for him.
I agree.
What's next? A lot can be next.
Hey, I agree. Hey. But you think you think Diego Lopez before Volk?
Aljo's a white boy for Halloween.
I'm the black Joker, but I'm the black Joker. You see the skin on this bad boy, baby?
3 Albanians.
That's
in the chat.
canceled. What was this? You think Diego Lopez before Volk rematch?
Against Topuria?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Any of those work, honestly. Like, they're all kind of like the winner of you and Movsar, Diego, and Volk would all make sense. Any one of those fights getting booked next makes sense. So that's kind of what I'm wondering. Is he gonna take off and start fighting the biggest possible fights, or is he gonna stand his ground and and defend his belt against the best competition at 45? That's kind of up to the UFC and what him and his team discuss with the UFC. So
Yeah.
whatever's next,
But then also, I think if you go and put on a great performance against Movsar, I think the fans and everyone would want to see you next.
Yeah, I think it would kind of shake things up, like former champ coming up, the storyline between everything. I mean, I like it. I have no like. It would be an interesting build up to that fight if it were to happen, just in the sense of like, would there be some trash talk or like how would that work?
Of course there would. Of course there would. That's been his thing. He's been saying He's been making it fun.
Yeah.
He's been putting it out there and he's been doing it.
Yeah.
He came out with the BMF belt and now he's technically the BMF champion. He just beat the BMF guy. At the time it was corny, but now who's laughing? In the last fight too, he put 15-0 world champion in his bio. People are like, you better not slip up. You slip up, you're gonna look like a clown. Boom! Now he's 15-0, and he just knocked out Volk, the reigning and defending featherweight champion.
Yeah.
So
speaking into existence, man, that's really what you got to do.
And I respect him too because he's saying he wants to go up and sub Islam.
Yeah.
You know? Which is, I love that mindset, bro. That mentality. It's like
There's somebody that can
damn.
outbox him though.
Who's that? You think so?
Bazooka.
Yeah.
In a bit.
I think so,
In a bit.
Few
Tighten up
put a
some
nice little win
things.
streak together, this and that, top 15, top 5, and he's gonna put Ilia away.
Oh, I thought you were talking about you and
No, you.
Oh, nah.
No,
Yo, you didn't see that shit yesterday, bro? Nah,
I'm not going to top 15. Fuck that.
Soon, in due time.
In due time. It'll come. I got a long way to go before I start talking shit.
Yeah, this division is crazy. Like for me, you watch the way Ilia moves, like just to break down, to appreciate some of the stuff that he's doing, that stutter step that he takes, where it's like a light, faint, almost like a juke move like you would in basketball, and just light on that front foot, gets guys to back up. Then he takes more real estate, cutting off the cage. You circle out, he circles back out to the center, and then he's walking you back down again. So that pressure, he's not using a lot of energy. Whenever Max was going forward, Ilia would take that leap step back, that slide step back, and either counter or just get out of the way of Max's attacks. Of course, Max did land and have success. And then I felt in round 3, Max started closing the gap and jamming himself up with his distance management, which allowed Topuria to close the show a little bit easier, to find that right hand that sent him backwards into the cage. Then he teed him up, and of course the left hook that came over the top from the clinch and put him down. And once again, like he's always been doing, when guys get close to the cage, Jai Herbert, Bryce Mitchell, Volkanovski, and now Max Holloway, when guys get to that black zone line, you got to know you need to skate. Skirt. Can't be over there on that black line.
Yeah, he has that aura now, and he has those KOs now against guys like Volk and Max and others too. But he has that aura now where people are going to be building their training camps around his power.
Yeah,
They're going to be with the footwork wise and grappling wise and everything.
The Damon Jackson kid too.
Yeah,
knocked him out against the
that
cage
was
as
actually
well.
crazy KO. Body head.
Body head.
Fight, right? His second fight in the UFC.
I can't remember exactly, but
It was one of the first 3-4 fights. Yeah.
yeah.
He knocked out Ryan Hall too.
Yeah.
And he literally did it on the ground too, where Ryan
He turned his
rolled
back.
Ryan rolled for his. He always rolls, bro. He always does that shit. And Ilia like neutralized his hips or something, and then just started ground and pounding him, and literally KO'd him right then and there.
I wasn't sure what was happening, and I was like, oh, he's dead. I was like, oh, he just killed him. Yeah, that was not great. All right, so we move on. We know. So what about Max? What do we think he should do?
I think lightweight, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he should go back down to 45. It don't make no sense.
Nothing to prove. No point of cutting the weight anymore. That kind of weight cut, because it's a huge weight cut for him. Just nothing left to prove. And now, if I was him, to be honest, yes, he's young numerically, but mileage-wise, he's not young.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the sun is setting for him. I don't know what he's capable of post-KO loss, because we never seen Max get KO'd. I just hope it's not one of those Volk things where he's like using his grit and his toughness against him, where he's like jumping right in there, and now he's trying to fight Poirier. I don't know when he's trying to fight Poirier, or he talked about it or something.
Max?
Yeah, he mentioned that in the post-fight press conference. So like, just choose wisely, make your money, show some fun fights for the fans. The whole world loves you, and he did not lose any star power, any love from the fans or any of us with that loss. So kind of do whatever you want, bro. You've been the king. You're still on top of the game. Do whatever you want. Do your money fights. Go box if you wanted to. You know, if his contract or whatever permits him. Literally, he could do whatever he wants.
I think 55 for sure.
Yeah, honestly, I could see Max and Conor for the BMF belt.
That'd be fun too. That's fun too.
55.
That's fun too.
And then whoever loses after that, do they get brutally KO'd?
I don't know. That'd be
Yo.
crazy to see. I think Conor would win that and just
Keep the train going, the trend going, which would just be madness.
He'll never fight again.
Like if I see that stat, I'm like, either I believe in what do you call it again? Superstitions, or nah, I'm good on that. But he's got some good options. I do think him going up to 55, putting on the weight, and then coming back down, and again not taking away from Topuria, but I think that took a little bit out of Max to do that again. After putting on some good size, he looked great at 55, and then cutting back down. I just don't see how that helps you in a position like that. I'm not saying he takes that punch, regardless, because he has a solid chin, but I don't know. Go back to 55. Do your work there, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's still young too, so
No need for a rematch either.
nah.
The picture is kind of clear. You know, I don't like when not that they don't deserve it, but oftentimes when a guy held the belt for so long or he did so well, they're kind of just trying to do an immediate rematch or a rematch in general. Just kind of let that, put that to rest and then just go do your thing. And if the stories meet again, then do the rematch that way. Yeah. But I wouldn't like chase a rematch.
Not right now.
Yeah, not right now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Truthfully, like me personally, that's even how I feel about Volk. Like
that's why I was asking. I'm like, should Volk even be like? If I'm Volk, I'm like, maybe I should go try to beat somebody else up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even from a fan perspective, it's like, not for nothing. Like Ilia knocked him out cold. It wasn't really like too competitive of a fight. I mean, Volk won the first, but like, I don't know, man. It would be nice to see him pick up a win, get some hype back, get his confidence back, and then go fight.
Yeah.
Ilia.
But that's what it is that champion mindset. These guys will love to do things so perfect. And, like, when they feel like they have somebody's number, but they just got caught, like, they're just trying to chase proving to people, no, I am better and I can beat him. I know that he caught me, but I can beat him.
You should. I feel like you should have to have that mindset.
You should. But there's certain scenarios where you just kind of just got to, like in Max's scenario, for example, just go to 55. Nothing to prove at 45.
Yeah.
Even if you did win a round, or you did feel like you had his number, or you were doing better, but you just so happened to get caught by the power, just let that go, let it rock, and see where what is it, fate? See where fate takes you,
or destiny.
Fate. See where destiny takes you.
Yeah.
I would prefer, honestly, out of those matchups, maybe right now, while you and Movsar take care of business, I would like to see Diego and Ilia. Diego's like coming up, rising star, prospect, everything. A lot of finishes. Basically finished every fight except Ige. And I think that would be the most exciting between Volk and Diego.
I feel like I could already see that fight in my head. I was going to go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. But
respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking at your face right now, bro. It's already like 30 minutes into the podcast.
All right, so we got Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker, the broken jaw. What type of squeeze is that? Holy.
I'm so happy to be wrong. Because on Jamal's, I was talking to Jamal before the fight, and I was really like genuinely nervous for Khamzat. I'm a big fan, and like I'm like, dude, this is such a bad matchup for him. Whittaker's style and Whittaker's never been handled in wrestling, bro. He just came out and made it look easy. And he did that. He violated him. He broke his jaw with a squeeze.
Oh,
Crazy. That's crazy.
To lose and then lose like that.
You saw the face-offs? They're the size of
Khamzat's
hands and like his forearms and wrists. That guy is huge, bro.
Yeah, he might be skinny, but
specimen.
he's like where it matters. He's like built.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's scary as hell, bro. Like I said, if I was at that weight class, like I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Cause nah, son. Nah. I was talking to Ode. I was like, man, I would need to be just as good as I am grappling now at that weight. Otherwise, I'm not fighting that guy. Like people can say whatever they want. There's no reason for me to learn the hard way and prove nothing. If I know, like in deep in my soul, like, yeah, that's just gonna be a bad ending. Like I know that story. I know how that story ends. Why do I need to go see it? I don't need to go see it. I don't need to participate in that story ending. Let somebody else go volunteer and do that, man. Fuck that. That's my mindset. And I know people say take a chance, but yeah, there's some chances that just don't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, nah. I don't need to get my ass whooped like that. I think so too, because DDP ain't getting away with that sloppiness well, I would imagine the grappling will be closer because he is very, very strong. But if he gets a clean takedown like he did like that, good luck, DDP. I don't know.
Yeah.
But here's where I thought that Khamzat wouldn't have an advantage, but he clearly did. I don't know, for some reason, I thought Whittaker was going to be the tank. And
you thought so?
Yeah, he was going to be bigger. And then when they faced off, that was the first time where I was like, oh, wait a second. Khamzat's bigger.
He's a big dude.
He looks stronger, literally looks stronger. Because we're used to seeing Khamzat at like 170 or whatever, and he's just used to being the taller, skinnier guy. But he literally was big. He was literally a tank. His back, his arms, he just looked big. So, I don't know, with DDP, he looks like a light heavyweight. So he won't look like Whittaker did next to Khamzat.
Yeah.
So can Khamzat take him down? I don't doubt Khamzat can't take anybody down anymore. He can take anybody down. But DDP, I think, let's see how. You don't think he can muscle his way up? You don't think he can work his way out of the takedowns?
Nah, I do, but it depends on how early and how clean of a takedown. Where if he has to struggle a little bit and use some of that energy, I think it's gonna be tough. Like I feel like Khamzat's biggest challenge in the grappling department is gonna be Bo Nickel, but then I think he's just gonna piece him up on the feet. Like Bo Nickel's like the only one I can see who can really defend the takedowns and actually take him down offensively.
To be honest, after last night, I don't doubt Khamzat against any of these matchups, Bo Nickel included. First of all, I think we're a ways away from that fight because Bo Nickel, I think, even clearly said like he wants to work his way up or whatever.
He needs the time to develop.
Yeah, exactly. And
Khamzat different.
And Khamzat, I don't think Khamzat's gonna be around for like 5 years or whatever. I think he's gonna just do his thing, and he's gonna bounce.
Win the belt. I think he's just gonna be done.
Something
from
like
what
that,
I hear,
yeah.
that's like his plan.
Yeah.
For reasons I cannot disclose.
I thought you were gonna advertise like you made the face. I thought you were gonna plug the Funk Harbor.
Nah, but wasn't say. So do you guys think Khamzat should get the title shot over Strickland? Although Strickland was promised that he would be getting the next shot at DDP.
I mean, we know how the UFC is, bro. They do what they want to do no matter what they promise or tell people. I think the world wants to see Khamzat fight for the belt, especially after that performance. You know, no one's ever done that to Whittaker. And Khamzat's the boogeyman, bro. Honestly, bro, like, just give him the belt and vacate the division.
Everybody leave.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Trajectory and momentum is a huge thing. Strickland fights Costa in Jersey. He looks impressive to the fighting eye, right? To us, like he shut down Costa completely, but Costa was on a skid as is. And then you have Whittaker coming off a big win. Who did Whittaker fight before Ikram?
Oh, before Ikram?
Costa.
It was Costa. Yeah,
Costa.
Anyways, like Whittaker was streaking. looked great against Ikram, and Ikram gave Khamzat a tough challenge back in the day, and here Khamzat comes out and steamrolls him. So it's kind of like, MMA math wise and momentum wise and trajectory wise, bro. Look at him. Trajectory wise, I think that's in Khamzat's favor. I think they're gonna give him the shot next, and I won't be mad at that.
Yeah. I don't know how. I feel the fans don't care as long as Khamzat is guaranteed the next shot. With that said, if Strickland does fight DDP first, which he was promised also, for him to sit and wait to get that next shot, I think that's fair. Because the other part of it is Khamzat can't fight in the States anymore from what we understand. I mean, from what we understand, he can't fight in the States anymore because of his current or previous relationship, which I think is still current because his kids were in the octagon with him. So with that said, they're not doing an Abu Dhabi card in January, February, or March from what I know for pay-per-view. So when would he actually be able to compete again for the title? That's it. I think that kind of muddies the situation. Otherwise, I would say, shit, maybe skip the line. Even though I'm not one to advocate for skipping people once you're promised something. It's like, because then you set a precedent. It's like your words mean nothing. So I do think Strickland should be honored his shot, and the winner of that is fighting Khamzat. That's just.
I also wouldn't be mad at that, but we know UFC bends reality. They'll make things happen. They'll make it happen. They'll do a location where they need to at the time that they need to, for a Khamzat fight to happen if that's what they want. A Khamzat title fight to happen if that's what they want. So like I don't think that's an issue. They had Gustafsson and Jones take place in LA after a steroid bust like the week before that was supposed to take place in Vegas. Yeah, they moved it. The UFC bends reality, so they'll make happen what they have to make happen. They'll fight in a place where he's able to fight at the date that they need against the opponent that they need. They'll make it happen.
I believe in a fair world, Strickland should get the next shot.
I'm not mad. I wouldn't be mad at that.
They told him, and then after Khamzat wait and then face the winner.
Yeah, for the record, I wouldn't be mad at that. Like, I don't think Strickland doesn't deserve the shot. If they're gonna honor that shot to Strickland, cool. I would like to see that scrap again. DDP Strickland rematch. Let's go.
Man, I'm still like impressed by a couple of things. The way he was able to shoot and take him down was such a low shot, and then how clean it was of a takedown, and then his transitions to the back, and then just the squeeze. I was wondering if it was the elbow that he threw previously before the squeeze, where it hit him like the side of the jaw, and then coming around the front. I mean, because this was cracked, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if that had anything to do with that clean elbow he landed, or if it was strictly just the pressure from him covering his face, putting his arm behind, and just crushing his chin. Like, imagine, like, I've had guys do that to me. I never felt like they would crush. Yeah. Like, I don't even know. Honestly, who knows? Maybe that's exactly what would have happened.
But are you saying that there was a problem here? There was a crack here in the jaw?
No, I'm just saying in terms of where the elbow landed on, like, that side of the jawline, that mandible. Does that affect or weaken what would have happened right here in the front? Like, that part I don't really know. So it's very interesting in that regards, you know what I mean?
Regardless, though, to be able to squeeze and break a man's jaw like that is crazy.
Like, that makes me, I'm retired.
That's scary.
I might be done after that, bro.
It was like pop.
Yeah, I mean,
It
wasn't
like hold.
But that's why
it was and Rob was like, "Yo, get off me."
Yeah, but that's why I'm wondering, like, was it because of that elbow that he threw before that made him, I don't know, like, weaken the jawline for him to crush it? Because as soon as he put it on, he tapped. So I don't know. And he said he heard it clicking. Like, oof. Yeah, imagine your teeth, bro. Just think about your teeth doing.
Nah.
Rough, bro. Rough.
That picture was crazy.
Like, I'm good,
and
bro.
Rob and Max in one night.
Right? So I read a stat. Whittaker's never been submitted in the UFC, and Max never been knocked out in the UFC. Or down, basically.
He got dropped once by
Dustin?
Justin.
Yeah,
Justin.
they counted that as a knockdown?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they didn't.
Dustin
but he said it. He even said it. He was like,
okay.
yeah, they knocked me down, bro.
Dustin wobbled him, and he never floored him because there was a cage to catch him. So that's not a knockdown. But anyways,
No, Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, I know Gaethje.
Yeah.
Gaethje actually dropped him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gaethje actually dropped him. What was I gonna say though? I was gonna add to what you were saying. What did you just mention right before?
Whittaker's
Fucking
never been
CTE.
subbed.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Whittaker never subbed. Max never knocked out. You said Max and Holloway
I was
both
just gonna say,
lost.
yeah.
Probably heartbreaking or something you were gonna say.
Yeah, that's just crazy in one night. Yeah, I was just gonna say yeah. That's what I was gonna say. I remember.
Our health can't handle it.
Yeah.
Now,
Too much for us.
this is a lot to take in process.
Damn, bro.
Bro, Ankalaev versus Rakic, that was unexpected. I felt like I thought he was gonna try to take him down. He stood up with him the whole time. I thought, like, what else can the guy do?
Hear me out. Ankalaev finishes Pereira.
So Jake thinks the opposite. Jake thought Pereira would beat Ankalaev. Now he thinks after that performance.
It's Jake, bro.
But now Jake thinks that
Jake
Pereira
thinks.
will wash
Just
Ankalaev
kidding,
after
Jake.
that performance, which is crazy.
He thinks that Ankalaev will wash Pereira.
That's what he said in that video I sent. Yeah.
No, he thinks Pereira will wash
Ankalaev
Oh, yeah,
after
yeah,
that
yeah,
fight,
yeah.
after last night's fight.
Can't record the pod, but I just want to say on here, before the Ankalaev and Rakic fight, I was saying Ankalaev's going to smoke Rakic and then he's going to smoke Pereira. But that performance made me think Pereira's going to wash him. So I just want Aljo to respond to this on the pod.
Bro, here's what I'm seeing. And my accuracy on this shit is pretty high. So Rakic was moving. He was moving backwards and around a lot. Pereira stands his ground. Pereira quite literally crashes into you and outpowers you. Ankalaev being the southpaw and launching the left hand the way that he was, he's gonna catch Pereira. And his chin is up high. So Pereira, as high level of a kickboxer as he is, as much power as he generates, as good as his shot selection is, his boxing fundamentals aren't technically sound as Rakic's were. Like Rakic has better boxing fundamentals, just the positioning of his hands, where his chin is, his head movement. Not that he moves his head a lot, but just in the footwork mixed with the head movement that he was using last night, it's better fundamentally than Pereira. So
Yep.
Ankalaev will be able to touch up Pereira, and Pereira will be he will go down from the power that Ankalaev does generate.
Who you think is faster, Ankalaev or Khalil Rountree?
I think Roundtree in combination. I think in a single shot they're equal, but I think in combination, the combinations that Roundtree was letting off was beautiful. By the way,
And quick as shit
Cute,
for a
beautiful,
big dude
and
like
quick.
that.
Khalil Southpaw?
And he's southpaw. So that southpaw kind of gives him some problems, I feel, for Pereira. It's a very intriguing fight for sure. I am curious to know why Jake thinks now Pereira, instead of beating him, will actually just straight wash him up. I'm like, damn, dog, that's crazy. That's a crazy take.
I mean, who's next?
can I
him?
crack this
think-
open? Some,
you want,
some nerd focus.
Get some of that nerd focus, brother.
Throw some in here too, bro. I want some of that.
Shout out
I got
the
you, bro.
Horrible.
Which flavor we got?
Shout out the
What
Horrible.
flavor
Make
is
sure you
this,
get
Aljo?
yourself some for Halloween.
What is
baby.
this? What's original? What flavor is this, Aljo?
I don't know if there's an actual flavor on it. It's just green, bro.
It's Venom. Looks like Venom.
We are Venom.
Cheers.
Cheers, cuz. To nerd focus.
To nerd focus.
To Nerd Focus and Funk Hubba
Cheers,
and
brother.
beyond.
Cheers, brother.
And beyond. Where were we? Oh, Ankalaev.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's now gonna get his fair shake though, because I don't think he needed to fight that other one. But you know, when you're not in the good graces, you're not in the good graces.
But why? Like, I see the argument. He's boring. But
I don't
like,
get it.
All the
Where is
highlights
he
I've
boring,
seen of
bro?
Ankalaev is him knocking people out.
Bird facts. I think just the Blachowicz fight. I think the one bad fight can sour everything. I mean, we seen that with my Jan fight.
But who's saying he's boring though? Because like
Like
In
the
America-
masses, basically.
in the masses, bro, he's a pretty popular guy. Let's say majority of that fan base is in his part of the world. But that's what I'm saying. Like if the West, for example, like the America thinks he's boring, but Dagestan and the rest of Russia doesn't, then does that
I
make
don't
it
think
half
he's
and half?
boring.
I don't think he's boring at all. At all.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think he's boring at all. I think he moves like a welterweight. That speed that he was letting off that left hand and those combinations, he moves like a welterweight, but generates the power of a light heavyweight. He knocks people out. Rakic was moving. He was moving backwards and moving around. He was hard to catch. Pereira will be there.
Yeah.
Can Pereira catch him? Yes. Can he catch Pereira? Hell yes.
I'm excited to see that, man. But I think Pereira needs his time to rest up. I hope they don't try to rush him back to make that matchup because I'm like, yo, dude, you've done so much for the UFC this year. Like, chill, my man. Like, you earned some vacation.
I think naturally it will take some time.
Speaking of him now, who do you guys rate as fighter of the year? Ilia or Pereira?
I still think Pereira. I saw people saying that. I saw Sayudo. I think he was saying it should be Ilia, but I was like, I thought about it, I was like, yeah. And I was like, wait, no. Alex has been way more active, defended his belt way more times, and he finished everybody too.
Yeah, I think that's super.
How many fights did Pereira have this year?
I think 4.
Probably 4, minimum 3. So
Yeah,
who
for
did he beat? He just beat Khalil right before he beat Yuri. The rematch.
Well, what month was that rematch in?
That was in July.
Oh, damn, yeah. And UFC 300. So I don't know if he fought in like January. I don't know if he did or not.
So
I don't think he did. So no, I actually really want to know this because I'm gonna make a point.
And then he fought MSG.
The year, okay.
In November.
Right. So so 3 fights this year. So 3
but
fights.
in 12 months, that's
what
4
he's
fights.
doing is impressive. If he gets fight of the year, I will not be upset at that. But why I will also agree with Cejudo. Pereira beat who?
3-0.
He beat Jiri in a rematch.
Yeah.
He beat
Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill, Jiri,
Jamal
then
Hill.
Khalil.
And Khalil.
All finishes.
All finishes, impressive. All great fighters. Khalil was number 8.
I believe something like that.
He took the belt from Hill, or what, am I getting that correct? Or was the vacant? They
vacant,
undisputed. I think undisputed.
Who?
Okay,
Against Jamal Hill at 300?
No, he had the belt.
He did have the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he beat Jiri at MSG for it. Yeah.
Right.
So he defended.
But point I'm making. Ilia beat Volk and Max Holloway.
Yeah,
So it's 2 versus 3. And there's that level of competition, which is not low-level competition or anything like that. Not even close. Khalil, amazing. Jamal Hill, beast. Jiri, also up there. He's one of the greatest light heavyweights in the world. Bro, stop looking at me like that, please. I can't, bro. I can't.
So you think 2 is greater than 3?
It's not about 2 versus 3. It's about the caliber and the level of things that are being done.
And the
Bro,
time
I don't know.
frame?
Give it to both of them. If you ask me, give it to both of them.
And the time frame?
The time frame is also impressive, but okay, it's 2 versus 3. It's 2 fights in 9 months and 3 fights in 9 months. Pereira wasn't booked for 303, but he pulled up to save it. Or was it 300? Whatever. He pulled up to save it on 2 weeks' notice.
And 303, actually.
And 303. So whatever. The point I'm making is like, yeah, it's impressive what he's doing. It is. But I think what Ilia, in terms of level of competition, is slightly more impressive.
Who would you rather be in this circumstance to win those fights in terms of preparation? Who would you rather be?
Ilia, easy answer. Yeah.
So
I didn't get the question
More
on mine.
time,
This
you
that Joker
relax
shit.
more,
He's on
yeah.
some Joker shit today, bro. He's on,
Really,
so you
he
just
was giving you riddles.
ninjaed my brain, bro. I don't know what he just said, bro.
like, who would you rather be in those situations? Would you rather be Alex Pereira or would you rather be Ilia Topuria in terms of having a higher chance of defending your belt?
Oh, bro, I don't know. But if I have the
Like, whose shoes would you rather put yourself in?
okay, if I have dynamite in my hands and I know Volk just got knocked out and he's one of the greatest featherweights of all time, if not the greatest featherweight of all time, and I have an opportunity to follow up, sideline him, and then fight Max Holloway, who is still on top, still a beast, still knocking out the legs of Justin Gaethje and all these other guys, dangerous guys. But he's 50,000 significant strikes later. I win much more. The reward is much bigger. The reward is much bigger for fighting those guys at this stage. And I mentioned this earlier. That's why I was making it clear. I'm not taking away from Topuria's skill or his reign, but he did fight knocked out Volk post knockout 3 months later, and a 50,000 strikes and 100 fights in the UFC later, Max Holloway. So the fact remains on those things. So I'd rather be Ilia Topuria because I just secured my legacy fighting legends that I argue were not in their peak. in their peak form.
Okay, so with that said, then you agree that Alex Pereira should be fighter of the year because what he did was harder and more impressive.
Oh,
The Joker wins
no,
again.
not that. No, I still think it's a hard discussion.
Got it.
He's playing this shit too well, bro. Put him in the next Batman. Put him in the next Dark Knight.
So you agree?
No.
Wait, would you do a musical? Part 3? Joker Part 3?
A musical?
Yeah.
Nah,
The second one was a musical. Would you do that
I
shit?
can't do musicals, bro.
Nah? You could sing, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, you got soul.
It's not
Sending
my
you back to New
thing,
York. Sending you to Broadway.
but this is my ring. Cling, cling. I don't know. I got nothing. I ain't got shit.
Freestyle right now. 5 minutes of death.
5 minutes to death.
You
What you
don't
saying is
understand.
Alex Pereira is gonna win and he should be the fighter of the year, man. That's all I got.
Rhyme it.
I ain't got shit right now. But I think fighter of the year is Alex Pereira. I think
Yeah, I could see that actually.
earned the way he's did it was harder in terms of all factors. In terms of more impressive, like the way the knockouts looked, I mean, I'll give it to Ilia on that, but we're talking like resume and how many times, the short amount of time, being called up like, yo, can you save this card real quick? Yeah, that's you're way more risking it than Ilia.
Yeah, okay, no. So if those are the factors that make you fighter of the year, then yeah.
No,
then
I don't
he
think
does.
that's
Then
it.
he does. Then he does.
I don't think that's the factor. I just think fighter of the year everything should be considered. It should be who you beat. Like when they were talking about O'Malley got fighter of the year, I'm like, you fought one time, you fought me, and the circumstances of where you fought me was some bullshit. So if you're gonna get fighter of the year for that, like what type of warped universe are we living in right now? It should be Alex Pereira. And again, I still think Alex Pereira gets it again, just based on the overall what he's did. And I think 3 is bigger than 2. So I mean, I don't think I know it's bigger than 2. So
it's huge, bro.
I think that's
So yeah, I mean, if those factors are taken into consideration, then I don't think there's conversation
Yeah.
for who's fighter of the year.
If he fought again though, Ilia this year, I think the conversation is
No, but forget the numbers for a second. Like I was basing it off of competition and like.
but you just weakened the conversation. You weakened your own argument. So it's like-
Yo, can I use that actually?
yeah, you can. What we got?
Who's next?
So we got Mateus versus Rebecca. That fight was honestly crazy. That was at 155.
Oralbai and
Orbai, yeah. I thought that was super impressive. Honestly, when Orbai came back into that fight, I was like, I don't know what the hell this man is made out of. But that shit was crazy. I was like, yo, I don't know if he's Muslim. Is he Muslim?
I would assume so.
All right. I was going to say I was selling him a bottle of Funk Harbor, but, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to do that. I ain't even going to do that to him. You know, because too much temptation right there. That Jamaican funk. But talk about heart, spirit, toughness. I don't know how his eye got that swollen.
It was a left hand.
That
He
hit
might
him.
have broke his orbital, bro.
Probably because that shit looked crazy.
Yeah, and he fought. That was in the second round, and he fought on like that. And Rebecca's firing, aiming at it and everything, and then he goes, takes him down, and they're both covered in blood.
Bro,
that was insane.
I hope they got fighted tonight.
They did.
Okay,
I
'cause I'm
hope
like-
they got 100 G's each. Actually, like
I hope they get more than that.
it worked.
That type of fight is like, yo,
That was a legendary fight, bro. Respect to both of them.
yeah, like we're gonna be talking about that fight for years to come. I think, so 100% in my opinion, I think is well worth the extra cheese and well deserved, well earned.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Rebecca, I thought he was gonna get tired and everything, and he did slow down, but he slowed down from whooping ass, bro.
Yeah.
That's natural. But I thought he was gonna lose that because he gets tired really quick. But man, he showed up. I think the right guy won though. I think the right guy won in that fight.
Talking about Genghis Khan?
Yeah. Genghis Khan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was nuts. I was nuts. He got Lionheart.
yeah, for
Genghis
sure.
Khan got
Congrats to
Lionheart.
him, even though
It's a
he
fight.
didn't win.
We're gonna see each other for sure.
You think so?
We have a crazy scrap. I mean, why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's two.
I mean, there's so many guys. That's what I'm wondering. Like, you think that would be a?
I think so. I mean, eventually the UFC will match. So what me and Slava did in MSG and that fight, I think people would be go crazy about that fight.
Is he a southpaw or I can't remember.
No, he's
One-
ortho. He's ortho.
So Rebecca was a southpaw on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that fight was insane. I still think Favola should have probably fought Rebecca. Because I think there was any time to catch the man slipping when he goes too crazy in the first round would have been that. I know Favola goes crazy in the first round too, but I think his gas tank would have surpassed Rebecca's. But whatever, it is what it is. Yeah. Can't go back in time. I don't know whatever happened with that fight. I think the timing was just off. With that said, so we're going to start wrapping this up. We got Shara Bullet, nasty knockout. Jake Fine wants to know, do you guys think he could beat Izzy? Does that fight even make sense? The guy had like what, 3 fights?
Yeah, 3 fights. If they want to speed run him to the top, they're gonna give him favorable matchups. You know, I don't think they'll give him a real grappler. Does it make sense? I don't think so.
He kicks ass, bro. Yeah, like literally, he kicks ass.
I don't want Izzy to turn into that though. Like everybody gets to go. He's past his prime, kind of like Anderson Silva, such a well-respected, highly touted legend.
Yeah.
And then he surpassed his prime, and now everybody's getting a go. And then again to say that they beat Anderson Silva, it's like, no, you didn't. You beat Anderson past the prime Silva, over the hill Silva, but you didn't. You know, and I don't want Izzy to turn into that. I hope Izzy does the right thing, takes the right fights for the right reasons, and just calls it a day.
I mean, bro, he just fought for the belt.
Yeah, everybody's calling him out now. Yeah. Everybody's calling out Izzy. Everybody wants to go. That's what I'm saying. Everybody wants to beat the name.
Yeah, they got to put some respect on his name, bro. Izzy's a technician.
Yeah.
But I don't think that fight makes sense, respectfully. You know, I would love to see it as a fan.
Oh, yeah.
It's a sick fight, yeah. But respectfully, you know, Izzy's the man. He'll always be the man. And I think Shara maybe one more fight and then okay.
I think Shara, as an MMA fighter, still has a lot to prove. I think he's a super fun fighter. Bro, I can't. I should have sat with you all, bro.
That's why I sat here, bro.
But I think as far as like MMA goes, he has to prove himself. He's just in fun fights. They're giving him fun fights, rightfully so, because he is a fun fighter. And he's capable of doing what he did yesterday. That double spinning back fist, what?
He was doing that at the warm-ups, though.
It's crazy, bro.
There's a clip of him doing at the Abu Dhabi warm-ups in the mall where he throws I think it was like a front kick, though. And then he spins and spins back. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker crazy. He's just out here throwing shit at the wall, whatever works. Like, if the pads are there, I'm going to hit it.
What's his base? Do you guys know?
Muay Thai, I think.
Pure Muay Thai? I ain't never seen nobody throw double spinning back fist in Muay Thai.
Yeah, but in Russia, like in Soviet schools for Muay Thai, they're boxing heavy and they get creative like that. Like,
well, this guy ain't really punching; he just kicked.
Yeah. I know. He actually is. His boxing fundamentals, they're not crisp, but he still puts great combinations together in the.
Bro, his footwork is beautiful.
I'm gonna look at you for the rest.
No, don't stare at me, bro. You make me shy.
Really? I'm stare at this Dutch Bros coffee right here.
Really? You think he's gonna
make
Dutch
Bros sponsor me?
I get thigh, guys.
You don't gotta be shy, dude. Nothing to be shy about.
We're all friends here.
Israel Adesanya is still the best.
He's still one of the greatest of all times. But I just don't think he should fight a guy like Tyler Bullock right now because I just don't think it was going to be great for him. So maybe he should fight somebody else.
Bro, Shara, even the way he looks is just like must-see TV.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
The pirate.
I would like to see him and Imavov.
That would actually be a fun fight.
I think that's a good fight. And
that'd be
who's next up for number 1, I guess.
What, you think Imavov gets him?
Bro, Imavov is a proven, like, MMA
of course.
fighter.
We're just talking fun fights.
I'm not. Yeah, fun fights. Okay, but I think there's more, stylistically speaking, there's more fun fights than that.
Yeah.
That's not the one I would put.
Izzy?
Well, Izzy is actually stylistically a more fun fight than that. But even Izzy, I think he would just like exploit the wrestling too. Like he shot on Pereira. Why wouldn't he shoot on Shara?
I mean, Bruno Silva shot on Shara. He did pretty decent at defending. Right? Was it that fight?
I think so. Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah, it was decent. You know, it wasn't like the best takedown defense.
That was Abu Dhabi too.
Yeah.
I think he only fights in Abu Dhabi also. It's kind of trash, man. I would like to see him fight here in the States. Right? Yeah. It'd be cool as hell.
I'm sure we would all love it, bro.
No, but I think he got approved to be in the States now. I think recently, in the summer, they approved him to finally be in the States.
That's great.
Yeah.
I know the whole one eye thing, but it was also like, bro, you see what this man is doing to these guys out here. Like, give him in a shot.
With one eye is super impressive. Like we were talking about, like driving, like covering up the eye, the depth perception, and to move like that and see things.
You ever try that when you drive? I was telling Dennis about this. It's like, yo, have you ever thought what it would be like if you had one eye to drive? Have you ever like just cover one of your eyes trying to drive or just close it? Yo, everything you have to do a complete turn to see what's coming on that side. Like that shit's hard
Bro, thank God I don't have
to do that.
too big of a nose, because if I had a big nose, bro, it's like cover my whole shit, bro. I can't see nothing right now. All I see is Dennis.
Yeah, that shit's not easy. But yo, shout out to him for just being nasty. And that knockout was ridiculous. That's like got to be a knockout of the year candidate. Like, it's almost like Joaquin Buckley's kick. Like that's just crazy.
He's just super cool too. He's super cool. Like if you guys, I know they give subtitles to his interviews and stuff, but just when hearing him speak Russian, understanding what he's saying, he's just a super cool dude too.
Shara is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. I like that. Is he like Siddiq?
Yeah. Shout out to Siddiq.
Shout out to Siddiq, baby. So we'll do one last thing. Moreno versus Albazi predictions. That fight's this weekend. And I've trained with both of these guys, man. Both gems of a human being, like super respectful, really down to earth, hungry to learn, willing to teach you as well what they know and type of stuff. So this is a hard pick for me. I'm like, I don't want to pick because I don't want to offend either guy. It's like it's weird to do that. I don't know. I feel like the PI
feel the same way, to be honest with you, because I'm cool with Moreno through the PI, and me and Albazi are friends.
It's hard, right?
They're really good dudes, both of them.
You know what it is?
Really good dudes.
It's living here in Vegas, bro. You just meet all these guys, bro. Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to punch you next week. But honestly, I will say this: Moreno, based on his last fight, hasn't been looking like the same Moreno as of late. And Albazi, also a year layoff or whatever from the injury.
Neck surgery.
Serious thing. But granted, he's in good health. He's obviously accepted the fight, put in the camp. I think Albazi has yet to show the best of what he's capable of. So his trajectory is here. And based on Moreno's last fight, his trajectory is, we don't know where it's going to be. So I would just kind of lean towards Albazi just from that alone.
Yeah.
I mean, Albazi does have great grappling, right?
Yeah, Moreno's solid too. Moreno's more good at the back control, I think, than anything. But even the fight with Pantoja's really good. So he kind of kept falling off a little bit, but he was able to get there a couple of times. So it's a very interesting fight. I can say from my experience, Amir is pretty strong for his frame, his size.
He looks it.
Moreno's not the strongest guy at 25, but he's not a pushover. It's not like you're not going to just ragdoll him because he's got some bark, you know.
Super technical.
Yeah.
Very very knowledge, very technical.
Yeah.
Albazi has some pop in his hands too, so I could see him backing up Moreno in some parts of the fight.
Yeah, I just wonder if Moreno's gonna be still a little gun shy from the last few fights because he's kind of not quite looking the same.
Save me, save me, bro. Save me.
You want to get saved?
We'll save you.
I'm
not
Nobody can save you. Yeah, you saw Marab at the press conference where they answer one of the questions and he starts laughing on the mic and he's just like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was crying laughing. I was like, yo, because he does that in real life. It's funny as hell. I was like, yo, these people are probably like, yo, what's wrong with this guy?
Yo, Marab is top 5 funniest people I know, bro.
Unintentionally funny and intentionally funny what he wants to be. It's amazing. But there was something else. I think that was pretty much it though between those two picks. I know this should be a good fight though, man. I think keys to victory. Moreno's got to use his sharp striking, stay on his bike, use his footwork, use those feints that he utilizes. If he does get a takedown, look for his body lock because he's good there. And I think with Albazi, he's heavy-handed, so take advantage of the heavy hands that he's got. Obviously, I think Moreno might be faster, should be faster. Utilize being the bigger guy, because I think he's a thicker dude. Pause. But utilize his size, and of course, utilize his grappling where he can utilize his grappling. But he's got to cut the cage off from a guy like Moreno. But Moreno hit that nasty body kick that he did on Kai Kara France and finished him up. So it's gonna be a very fun fight for the flyweight division, and to see where Moreno's headspace is at, and then see the turnaround from the surgery that Albazi just had, if he's gonna be in the same position into that ring rust. Because some people, I think it's a real thing. Like, they kind of get nervous to get back in it. You get nervous, but you get nervous to be back in there. You kind of freeze up, and you don't get to show what you are really capable of doing. And I agree with you. I think he hasn't shown his full set of abilities yet in the octagon. So it's going to be interesting to see how he looks coming back from all of this and against a high level guy like Brandon Moreno. Crazy.
Yeah.
When it's like a fight like this with two great guys, where I just wish them both health to get out of there healthy.
Yeah.
You know, it's really all it is for me.
That's it. And with that said, did you guys vote yet?
I have to, bro. So they took my registration off for whatever reason. I tried to vote last elections for my guy Donald Trump, MAGA. You heard?
You heard?
You heard?
I thought you were with Kamala.
Nah, bro. Like the Bronx dudes say, yo, fuck that bitch.
Yo.
I ain't voting for her 20 accents, bro.
Yeah.
She's fake as fuck. You know? And then now you got Robert F. Kennedy with the MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. Like, bro, just logically, I think about it. Why do you not want to be healthier and have more money in your pocket?
Yeah.
It's just logic, you know? And then you just, because you hate the person, but who gives a fuck? I don't care if it's...
Bro,
fucking-
that is a whole different conversation because people's, like, there's literally, we're in the Matrix.
Can you vote?
Yeah, 100% we're in the Matrix.
I don't know, bro. I'm not a official resident of Vegas yet. But
in general?
registration. Of course.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course. I got my citizenship like a decade ago.
You know what's funny? I this whole time I've never asked you that.
Yeah, I got my citizenship like a decade ago.
Yeah, cause I know Marab had just got his. Steve Lee had just gotten his too, right?
Steve?
Yeah, I thought Steve had gotten his like.
I didn't know he wasn't a citizen.
He wasn't born here.
He wasn't born here.
That ass?
He was born
Yeah.
in South Korea.
No way.
Dead ass. He's probably going to be listening to this podcast. Like, I thought you guys knew this.
We just outed him.
Yeah.
No, I knew this.
Damn.
We had that immigrant conversation with him, Pambos, and I.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
no idea, bro. What the fuck? When did he come here?
Pamos got his too. I don't know when he was a kid though.
I think Pampos did. Armando just got his recently also.
Shout out to my boys at Law and May getting their citizenship.
America.
Yeah.
America, baby, we gotta make it great again. Bring on taxes down. Shout out my boy Bryce. Love you, brother. Come back soon.
Yo, I chopped it up with him too. He's a cool
Bryce
guy.
is cool as
yeah,
hell.
he's mad cool.
Um,
Yeah, so MAGA.
I don't know if you guys have anything else that you wanted to say, but make sure you guys vote. I didn't vote yet. I'm going tonight because I think the polls close at like 7, so I'm gonna go and just do that. I think you could do a quick absentee vote, but you have to call like the state, that whole thing, and figure that out, or you might have to, like you said, register for Nevada. Use my address, just to get your vote in.
Wait, so if I'm in, since I'm a New York resident, I gotta vote in New York?
That's typically the way I understand, unless you have like an absentee, like where you're gonna be gone.
Mm.
I don't know all the rules. I'm probably gonna get crucified in the comments, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Listen, man, I know you got there's some protocol. That's it. That's all I know.
I mean, honestly, from what it looks like, not really anymore, right? No voter ID, they're saying.
Yeah, well, that's what they want, but I think it's stupid. You need an ID to go pick up like cigarettes, alcohol, but you don't need an ID to vote
That's crazy.
for the country.
I mean, let's test it out. I'll pull up and try to vote.
Yo, that'd be hilarious. We should record it.
Yeah, honestly, let's do it.
You know what's scary though about voting in general? There's so much names on there. Like the first time I ever voted,
Yeah.
it was who was it? I think it was Obama and somebody else, something like that. And those are the only two people I knew in politics at the moment, period. And then there was like 5 names that I didn't know. So it's like, I'm like, yo, how much more people are like this? Because I know for a fact not everybody knows every single, not only everybody, like most people will not know who these names are on the ballot.
Two party system. Like,
Yes.
No one knows any of the other parties because they get the most funding out of everything, and that's it.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, like I don't even want to vote unless I know every single thing that I'm talking about on this ballot, you know?
But even the other parties that are running, even if you vote for them, it's probably gonna be like what, 100 votes out of the whole country.
I remember Kanye West was on one of them.
Yeah, like 1,000, bro. It's like,
Kanye
Yeah. Imagine him as president.
good luck trying to vote for that guy. Like that's honestly, just you might as well just not even have voted, because it ain't gonna be like it ain't no dog in the race. or a horse in a race, whatever the expression is. But all I know is get out there and vote, people.
Yeah, man.
You have a voice.
It's important.
Let your voice be heard. And with that said, we'll talk to you later. Peace and love. Like,
Peace out,
comment,
guys.
subscribe.
Peace. See you guys.
See you guys soon.